We are live. Hey, everybody. How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome to Bruce, Traveling with Bruce. I'm Bruce. Here in Creston, British Columbia, just playing with my my big-ass iPad that's just off camera. I'll show you. Here it is right here. And there goes my iPad pencil. Gone. I'm just making sure that my show is on because, I like to kind of, like to watch my show and make sure I'm alive and well. And hopefully we are here. You'll just have to forgive me while I tinker with it. It used to be a lot easier, but it's not that easy anymore. When you get older, these technical things just become more and more difficult. But we'll survive. We're gonna make it. Welcome one, welcome all to TWB. Here we go. There we go. 22 it says watching, and I think now 33 are watching. Their folks are coming on in. Welcome to TWB for Monday. November the 16th, 2020. Can you believe it? 5 weeks, Christmas. Oh my gosh. I hadn't finished with Halloween last year. I haven't finished with Christmas from 2 years ago. I don't know how I'm going to handle this one, but this one is going to be a strange one. And I know my friends in America are wondering what are they going to do about Thanksgiving? What are you guys going to do down there about Thanksgiving? My goodness, all the advisories and everything going on. My goodness, this is a crazy year. I'm looking at two commercials right now that are playing on my devices. I've got a Bentley wallet commercial playing. I got a Cadillac commercial over here playing. I must be making a ton of money. I got an update for you on my channel, a little update, nothing too dramatic, but I thought I'd wait a little bit for a few more viewers to come in before I bore you with that, and I'll only say it once and leave it at that. But thank you for being here today and joining me. Here in Creston, the weather today, not nice. It's not cold. It's not cold or anything, but it's just yucky. And when I say yucky, I'm talking 39 to 41 degrees and rainy and very sleety like with gray skies. Not very inspiring. This lighting here is the best lighting I've had all day because it's gray and dull outside. But it is not terribly cold, and whatever snow we did get a few days ago has melted off, has been melted away by the rain or by the plus 32 degree temperature or plus 0 Celsius, depending where you live. And so we'll take that. And but it is clammy and it is humid and it is yucky. Just not fun. You got to go out. You should wear, like I'll wear a T-shirt and I'll have a sweatshirt on, and then I'll put my windbreaker on, and I might still get the chills. That kind of weather. As long as there's no wind, I'm okay. If there's wind, I'm not a happy guy because when the wind could just go through me, I don't like it. I don't like it. But what can I say? That's weather in southern British Columbia where I am. We're getting kind of that Seattle, Vancouver, Pacific, systems. We get them. They work their way over here through northern Washington and Idaho. And so the blessing is we don't get really bitterly cold into blizzard weather a lot. It's occasional, but not often. And we get a lot of this marine kind of stuff. So I'll take this. Certainly beats getting just being frozen out. I don't like being frozen out. So welcome one, welcome all to the show. 80 of you are here now. Fantastic. Nice to see you. Say hi to me. Tell me where you're watching me from, and tell me what your temperature was today. Are you still enjoying summer weather out there? You have any questions about the cruise business or anything that's going on? Let me know. Let me know what you want to know. I got a few things that I'll mention today, and we'll go from there. A lot of folks are popping in to say hi. A lot of sponsor members are saying hi to me because we just finished our weekly sponsor member hangout show. If you're a sponsor member like Tom Henry is here, your name will be highlighted in green. You'll have a logo beside your name, and you get to use a bunch of emojis that sponsor members get access to. 33 cents a day is the commitment you need to make, and you get to join me twice a week for an exclusive sponsor show. Monday at 7 Eastern and Friday 3 o'clock Eastern time. On Fridays, we also do some trivia on Fridays. And I have something special coming up for a sponsor member show very shortly. I'm going to announce that next week. Very excited about this. So it behooves you to think about becoming a sponsor member because we are expanding the sponsor membership offerings little bit by little bit as the numbers of sponsor members grow, and they are growing. So I'm very excited about this and very grateful to you, those of you who are sponsor members of the channel. And of course, those of you making donations to this channel, first of all, sponsor members, you get in your own postcard. If you make a $10 donation to my PayPal account, you get a postcard, and a bunch of you are taking me up on this. I have got pages of addresses of people who are sending postcards to, and every day I have to add more. I thank you all so much for making a donation to TWB to get a Traveling with Bruce Creston custom-made postcard. The folks at the post office are getting a real kick out of it because every week I go in there with a bunch more, and I have to buy postage for them, and they think it's pretty neat that there's a YouTuber in their little town in Canada, here in Creston, sending out these postcards around the world. It's just fantastic. So I'm really excited. Thank you, all of you, for helping this channel. A quick update on the channel just now that we're up to 90. I've been telling those of you who've been watching me that I've been having issues for the last 6-8 weeks now, where I am not getting revenue from YouTube. I have not been paid for any of the ads that you've been bombarded with, all those political ads and everything else, since the middle of September until the end of October. That whole 6-week window got wiped out. I lost September on the 2nd of October, and I lost October on the 2nd of November, because at the end of the month plus 2 days, YouTube decides whether they're going to pay you or not. They decided not to pay me for 2 weeks in September and all of October for all the ads, because apparently it's my fault that somewhere out there in the ether there was some kind of invalid click activity on my channel. I don't know what that means. I don't know how to address it. I don't even know what that is, but it's costing me dearly. And so I have had to put out the iOS, I have to put the SOS, the begging had to happen, where I've had to ask those of you out there who are loyal followers of mine, please consider making a donation to the PayPal account that I have here, because it is the most effective way to help this channel financially. 98% or so of any donation made there lands in my bank account. It's a pretty reasonable way to go. If you make a $10 US or more donation, one of these postcards is coming to your way. As long as you send me your address, I'll send you one of these as a thank you for that very, very much. All right, so that I wanted to mention. Now, the thing I want to update you on is in the last 3 days, this channel's ad rates have been rising again, which is the first time in 8 weeks. It's now 8 weeks since I've seen these numbers coming up just a little bit, and the number of ads for each 1,000 views is also rising. That's also an improvement. Does it mean that YouTube has taken me off the bad guy list? I don't know. Could it be that the first 14 days of this month I've been shut down and now I'm going to be turned on again, and that's what's happening? I don't know. No one talks to anyone at YouTube. I only get generic messages from the YouTube marketing department, and I occasionally get asked to do these generic quizzes or surveys. I don't get to talk to a human being, and no one has ever talked to me personally about the crisis that this channel has been experiencing with the lack of funding now for almost 2 months. So I just wanted to be straight with you guys, let you know where I'm at, so you know, I'm telling you, here's where it's at, this is what is happening, and I have been living off of the generosity of sponsor members who are paying 33 cents a day to be here, donors who are making donations to this PayPal link here, some of you picking up TWB merchandise, which I love you because I get a royalty every time you buy something from RedBubble with my TWB logo on it. Thank you for that. Some of you are making donations on my Patreon link, which is again on my homepage. I don't do anything on Patreon to earn anything. It's just a place where people are comfortable making a donation. I say thank you. And every little bit helps. So there you have it. Oh, and the last thing you can help me with, if you want to make a donation to the channel, here you go. 50 American dollars will get you one of these right here. Cell phone amplifier, solid wood, handmade in Creston by Marshall Thompson. And I will airmail one of these if you make a $50 American donation on PayPal. send me your name and address, and I will autograph it. And if you'd like, I'll get Jen to autograph it, and we'll send it out to airmail to you. If you're overseas, outside of North America, please send us 60 American dollars. I'm sorry to have to ask for the extra 10, but the airmail postage to Europe and Australia and New Zealand, it's a fortune, but we'll get it done for you. So you can either order the Traveling with Bruce with the anchor logo, which is this logo, or you can order the one with the sextant on it. Your choice. I have a dark version and a light colored version in the anchor. So there's the dark version, there's the light version there. But on the sextant, it only comes in the light version here. So you let me know what you like, and I'll be happy to reserve one for you and get it here. Okay. So thank you, everybody, for helping this channel out the way you do. That's all I want to talk about today about that. I want to say hi to some people, give you the news of the day, answer any questions you have, and go from there. The link for this PayPal thing here is down below in the description of the video. It's on every video I make down below. And you can make a donation anytime, day or night. Doesn't matter what time you're watching. You don't have to do it during the show. You can do it at 3 in the morning. If you can't sleep at 3 in the morning because dear old Bruce is having a tough time with YouTube, and the only way that you're going to be able to get back to sleep is to make a donation to my channel, good news. Get on the YouTube, find my channel, check out any one of my videos, go to the description, you'll find this link, make your donation, and then get back to bed and get to sleep where you belong. And I thank you very, very much. That's all I can do. That's all I can say. Thank you, everybody, for all your support. Kirk Brunson, another sponsor member. The man is in the house from New York. Thanks, buddy, for being here. So nice to have you here. Rob Slevin, another sponsor member. Kirk Brunson, another sponsor member. Mermaid C, who should be a sponsor because she's here all the time. Colleen, how are you doing? Hi, Bruce. Hi, I'm 81 in Central Florida today. How's the weather in Creston? Yucky. It's just yucky, Colleen. Welcome to the show. That car guy. Hey, everybody. How you doing, that car guy? Nice to have you here today. Welcome and join the gang and everything. Who else have we got here? Margie is here from Arizona. How you doing, Margie Butcher? Nice to have you here. Mermaid C says 25. I'm not sure what that means, but I hope that means you've given me thumbs ups already. Are you folks giving me thumbs ups on this show? If you are, I thank you. We need all of these that we can get. It helps momentum for the channel. The Steaming Bean is here. Hey, Brucey. How you doing, Steamer? Cheryl Schnell, hi from St. Louis, Missouri. How you doing? Thanksgiving is next week, says Mermaid. Ron Clark, off bad for Venom and Woodridge Ford. I don't know what that means. Got an ad. You got an ad for Woodridge Ford. Alan Gates, Washington State is closing down. Oh, my. Rocky, hi, everybody. Another sponsor member is here. Tom Henry, hey, Kirk. Wes Morrison, another sponsor member. Hi there, TW family. 64 here, New Braunfels, Texas. Gas is $1.51 a gallon. $1.51 a gallon. When I see that, I immediately think of the movie Die Hard. And you got to ask, why would you think of the movie Die Hard when someone tells you what the price of gas is? I'll tell you why. Because there was a scene in the movie where the cop is summoned to the Nakatomi Tower and he's buying some Twinkies. And he says it's for his wife. And the guy goes, yeah, right. He goes outside the 7-Eleven store or wherever he was to buy the Twinkies to go back to his cop car. And he walks past his car to the street to look down the street to see the Nakatomi Tower way off in the distance. But off to the corner, there's a little sign from the Mobile gas station telling you what the price of gas is. And this movie was shot, I think, anyone know for sure what year it was? Here's a trivia question for you. What year was Die Hard shot in? Was it around 2000 or 1998 or something like that? Gas, I thought, was 80 cents a gallon, something like that. And I was thinking today going, man, $1.50 a gallon here today. You go back in time to those days, that's as cheap as 80 cents a gallon back 20 plus years ago. Inflation adjusted pricing. This is the cheapest gas has been in a long time. Mermaid, having all my family over for Thanksgiving. Jeannie, hi everybody. Bill and Jeannie are watching and they are sponsor members. Steamer, too many Americans are pretending the virus is a hoax. That's kind of sad. Mermaid, rainy. It's rainy. Yucky. Donnell, hi Bruce. Mustn't leave you out. Thank you, Donnell. Sponsor member from Cork, Ireland. Welcome, buddy. Tom Henry, Virginia is restricting groups to 25 people, so we have wedding business canceling right now. Times are getting tough again because he runs a limo service. That car guy, yesterday we had hail and high winds here in Ohio. Rob, tomorrow I'll be cooking my practice turkey, so I'll know I'll have some leftovers and I'll have some extras if things get picked over by ravenous hordes like last year. Dylan, hiya, Bruce, 92 Fahrenheit in Phoenix. Man, I wish I had those kinds of problems. Phoenix temperature problems, that's wonderful. 92 degrees. We are 37, 40 degrees. Yucky and miserable. Margie, 80 here in Arizona. Oh, you're killing me, Margie. Francis St. Andre, hello, Bruce. Just had a QVC commercial waiting for you to go live. That is good to hear. I hope I'm getting paid for it, but lately I have not been. Geeky Goodies, hello from Ohio. How you doing, Geeky Cookies? Geeky Goodies. Geeky Goodies. Geeky Goodies, welcome to the channel and the show. If any of you have tricky names, I can't pronounce them. I'm famous for not being able to pronounce even the easy ones. Nathan is in the house, sponsor member. Buddy, how's it going? Weather is chilly here for us in Western North Carolina. Windy and 35 Fahrenheit. Gas has gone down to 177 a gallon, but it can go to 219 depending on what station you're at. That's why you got to watch. That's amazing. That's awesome, man. Tom Henry, Bean, congrats to Moderna for developing a vaccine. Inside joke from the sponsor chat, laugh out loud. Richard, is Europe ready for cruise ships to start traveling? No, they're not. Dr. Mengele, hiya, Bruce, from 29 Palms, California. 90 Fahrenheit today in the sun. No wind, but we'll drop into the 40s tonight because 29 Palms is up high. It's high up in the desert, in the higher desert, not like Palm Desert. It's higher up, so it cools off in the evenings. Great in the summer, though, for sure. Jack Weiss, greetings from Conroe, Texas, another sponsor member. USA, where it's a clear 54 degrees, was a nice sunny day at high 73. Thank you, Jack, for your support, as always. Rob Slevin, yeah, that car guy. We got that wind as it blew through Kentucky last night, too. Sylvan Forrest is in the house. Hi, Bruce and all. Nice going. Welcome, Sylvan Forrest. As always, we are hopeful Sylvan might get out by the end of the week. We're hoping this week soon he might get out of that hospital. We're hoping for the best. Dylan, hit the like button. Thank you, Dylan, for saying that for everybody. Rob, Lexington, Kentucky, 58, clear and sunny. Tim Campbell, senior high from Florida. It's 82. Oh, that's nice. Steamer, I am watching you from my iPhone, laughing out loud. Richard, hello from Chicago, Illinois. It's 49 degrees. I got a bunch of great viewers from the Chicago area. I own that town. I love that town. Chicagoans, you're the best. Thank you, guys. Kirk, it's getting crazy here in New York again, Bruce. Tom, starting to hear more ambulances again. That's a sad sound to hear. Jeff Roshong, hi, Bruce, from Northern New Jersey, brand new sponsor member from like last week. Jeff, thank you for your sponsorship of this channel. Make sure to use up some of those emojis you got. I'm glad you're here, buddy. Thank you for following me. Rocky, also sponsor member. Chuckles to Tom and Bean. Gail Max, hi there from Jamaica. Hello from Jamaica, Gail. Nice to have you here. Evans Family Vlog, new sponsor members of TWB. Thank you, guys, for being new sponsor members as well and helping support us, keep us on the air. That car guy, the Grand Celebration is on her final journey. The ship from Florida, she probably is heading for scrap. I think you're right. Nikki, greetings from Jacksonville, Florida. It's 64 here tonight, she's saying. She's a sponsor member too. Listen to the Hangout Show while making dinner. Fantastic. That's the best thing about my show. You can just listen to me. You don't have to look at this face. You just listen to the voice and imagine a much better looking guy. Jess Jane, hi, Bruce from New Jersey. Hi there, Jess. David Guido, hello, Bruce from the best place on earth, Victoria, British Columbia, where it's 42 Fahrenheit here. Welcome, David, from beautiful Victoria, BC. Nice to have you here today. Donnell, hi, Jeannie and Bill, Steamer, Jack, and all the TWB fans, all the fellow sponsors. Thank you, Donnell. Francis St. Andre, watching you from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I've been watching you since early, like January 2018. That would be the early days. Sylvan, I now want a tequila shot with salt and a bite of lime slice. All I have is half a can of ginger ale, and it's not even Canada Dry. This is this is cruel and unusual punishment for a guy like Sylvan. Sylvan, you got to get out of that hospital. I sure hope that this is your last week. That would be wonderful for you to get home. Don Massey, hello, Bruce. Hey, Don, how you doing, buddy? Jess Jane, have you been getting paid from premium subscribers that watch your videos and live shows? Yes, I forgot to mention that. If you folks are paying $10 a month or $10, 11 a month, whatever it's costing you to be a Prime member of YouTube, you get to watch videos without commercials. But I get paid for every minute you're watching me. It's fantastic. The more you watch of my content, the more of your $10 I get. Normally, the YouTube split, it's 55% goes to the creator, 45% goes to YouTube. So if you're paying $10 a month to not get ads, $5.50 of that $10 goes to creators. Now, if you're watching me do these live shows and you're on my Friday, you're a sponsor member and you're hanging out with me on live shows there, you're watching my videos during the week, if I end up getting 10% of all of your watch time, I end up getting 10% of the $5.50 that you're paying towards YouTube. So that's 55 cents. I calculated it out. I make more money per video from premium members than from people who actually watch the ads. I actually get more money. It's worth more to me because I do longer videos. I have this thing about being able to just talk. You know, they tell me this. And so, premium members, thank you, each and every one of you, for being followers of my channel. Sandy, good evening, all TWB family. It is sunny and cool in Malibu today. Jeannie, a Sylvan Canada Dry is the best ginger ale. Danielle Fields, hello all. Danielle, how's it going today? Maddie Ryan, thumbs ups. Go Tesla stock up 13% after hours due to going into the S&P 500. They've finally been admitted into the S&P 500, so the stock popped today. Very good. I'm going to talk about the cruise stocks a little later today. Donnell, you and probably millions of other YouTubers, Bruce. Dr. Mengele, sounds like a China hacking situation. It's their style. Tom Henry, Northern Neck is even better. Jeannie, Northern what's the GA product? He's talking about something. It's code. Maddie, FYI, I just got back from Hawaii. Had to test negative. LAX to Honolulu airfare, $288 return. Rental car, $15 a day for economy. And Waikiki Beachfront hotels, $200 a night. Great place to telework half the day. I would say so. And that airfare and that car rental and that hotel rate, that sounds pretty good to me. Pretty nice stuff. Fantastic. Steamer, I ordered a wooden amp from Bruce. I had the choice of a design of an anchor or a sextant. I chose the anchor design. Do you think I want something from Bruce with the word sex on it? No, he doesn't want to do that. Jen autographed it like I did. So he's got Jen and my autograph on his amplifier, cell phone amp. Just Jane, do you think the cruise companies will buy back the future cruise credits at some point for those customers who can't get comfortable or feel safe with cruising? They will never buy them back. They will never give you cash for those. No, the best thing they'll give you is the opportunity to gift it to someone else if you're lucky. I don't know if that's even allowed. I'm not sure if they'll ever do that. Terry, I keep getting ads when I watch your videos. What's up with that? I have not turned off the ad setting for YouTube. I've not done anything. I've left it alone because I'm not the problem here. I'm not the cause of this glitch. So my thinking was, keep doing what you're doing. Tell your viewers straight out what's happening. Beg them for help, and they've been coming through. And just hope, just keep your fingers crossed that this will be reversed, changed out, brought back, something. My guess is the best I can hope for is that they will start paying me for my ads again. And I'll find out on the 2nd of December or the 2nd of January or the 2nd of February. Whenever that happens, I'll find out that I'm getting paid again. But I can kiss goodbye every dime that's been taken away from me. That's never coming back. I'm never going to get that. They'll never admit to them being the problem. They'll never compensate me for some robot somewhere being the problem. No, they have an agreement between creator and YouTube that says everything good that happens is because YouTube is fantastic. Everything bad that happens to you is because it's your fault. They don't admit to that, but that's how I read the agreement, because that's how it seems to be working out. Everything bad is my problem. And so that's why I'm always asking you guys for helping me out. Thank you so much. Vlatko is here. Bruce, you are amazing. I don't get paid 8 million over and over my cruising company. I never said anything. I don't know what that means. I don't get paid 8 minutes an hour my cruising company. I'm not sure what that means. Is that a compliment or is that a complaint? Jeannie, Tom Henry, never heard of Northern Neck. We'll look for it. There we go. I think we're talking alcohol here. On a family show like mine, they're talking about booze. How about that? Fred B is in the house. Fred B is a sponsor member of TWB. Hi, Bruce. Hope you're doing well. Why is Etsy stock dropping and cruises are going up with no income? I know it's because of the vaccine, but this isn't going to happen within the next couple of months. I agree with that. Right now, there's what we call a sort of a rotation going on. I don't know how long this is going to last. I don't think it's going to last very long myself. But for some reason, investors seem to think, certain investors, not all, certain investors seem to believe that now is the time to buy cruise stocks and to buy airline stocks and to buy automobile stocks and shopping mall stocks and retail store stocks and get out of the stay-at-home stocks, the Zoom stocks. The Netflix was under pressure, but kind of had a good day today anyway. Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, and Etsy. I think it's a mistake. Not that all these stocks that are dropping shouldn't be dropping a little bit. They've had a good run. But airline stocks going way up, hotel stocks going way up, cruise stocks doing what they're doing should not be happening, because on the fundamentals, the cruise lines are worth a quarter of what they're trading at in real value. That's all they're worth. And that's by a thread. They got to get cruising sooner rather than later. I think it's going to be later. We'll talk about that in a minute. So anyway, there you have it, Fred. Thank you for being a sponsor member and being here tonight. This is great. Emily is in the house. Hello, Emily. Hi, Bruce. Still loving your amplifier. They really work. They sure do. Thank you, Emily, for getting one. Tom Henry, Jeannie, you might need to visit Virginia. Emily, I bought the amplifier, brought it to work while cleaning my room, and I can hear that music. Kevin, is that a new anchor behind you? Nice. Love your upbeat attitude every Monday. Well, this is the dark color, the dark wood version. This is the light wood version, if that's what you're asking me. And then, of course, this is my T-shirt, which you can get in a black logo or a light logo. And then you can get coffee mugs with the anchor on it as well. I think there's one right. There's one right there. Right there. There's one right there. So you can get the anchor on almost anything you want. Margie, question, Bruce, is there any email we can write to on your behalf? Is there anyone you can write to on my behalf because of the advertising? No. There is no. There really is no email address for the complaint department. There are 25 million creators. There are probably 4 or 5 million creators that are being paid by YouTube to be paid creators, of which I'm one. You try to answer 5 million people's problems. You can't do it. You offer, what they offer us is a helpline that's kind of a computer generated helpline where you type in your question and a person reads it kind of, and then they give you a response from a list of responses. So they go, oh, he's asking about that. Oh, that's number 54. Give him answer 54. And then boom, I get this message that looks sincere and it looks like it's written by a human being. It's not. It's a pre-canned response. That's what we're dealing with. So we just don't have anyone to talk to on a one-on-one basis. Unfortunately, I need 1 million subs and higher to be to be into that club. Lance, g'day Bruce and everyone. Hi from Sydney, Australia. It was 35 Celsius yesterday, but cooler today. That is nice weather in the 80s. Thomas Carlos Green. Hi Bruce. Welcome. Cindy Bridges. Hello everybody. Welcome Cindy. Also a wonderful sponsor member of this channel, the People's Republic San Francisco. How you doing? I'm just here for the ice cream. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Mermaid, thumbs ups for Bruce. James Bainton, hi from a cool TO, Toronto. Evan's family vlog. It's 34 degrees here in Illinois. Sponsor member galore. Steve, Paul Stevens, those cruise stocks are soaring. When is the pullback? This seems crazy. Don't be surprised at any time. at any time, you're going to see these cruise stocks fall 10, 15% in value anytime, because they're way out there. They're in a bubble of unreality right now. Fred B, thanks for the postcard. Didn't ask for one, but I enjoy it. Thank you for becoming a sponsor member, and thank you for following me. I really appreciate you for that. Jonathan Jones, sponsor member, 43 thumbs ups. Thank you, buddy, for letting me in on how many we got. Jeannie, Tom Henry, we are very close to Virginia. Donnell, yes, 60 thumbs ups now. Mermaid, hey, last week I was the last person to comment. Was that right? Were you actually the very last person? Because there were a lot of you who were not saying goodbye at the end of last week's show, who were purposely hanging around to purposely be the last person to make a comment before I signed off. And I was just wondering, did that really happen? Because it was intense, I will say, because I was kind of losing my voice at the end of last week there, but it was kind of fun. Lori, a hi from locked down Wisconsin. Low 40s and windy. Our ad was for local hair place tonight. So local ads. This is a sign maybe my channel is coming back, but maybe not. Because again, one hand doesn't know what the other hand is doing. So the ad department is running ads on my channel, but the payables department and the so-called technical overview masters department, they're running their show. And somewhere between the ads running and the payable department, someone is saying, don't pay him. Don't pay him. He's up to no good. He's doing something. We don't know what it is, but he's doing something invalid with these clicks. Don't pay Bruce. Let the advertisers advertise and let the viewers get the ads, but don't pay Bruce for those ads. Very frustrating because I can't go anywhere to get help. I'm on my own. So I'm hoping it's going away, but I don't know it's going away. And this is why I still ask for support for PayPal donations to keep the channel going, because this is my full-time job. This is all I do. Nikki, 1988 diehard. 1988 diehard. 32 years ago, gas was about 90 cents a gallon. Today it's $1.50. I think that's the same price, inflation adjusted. Amazing, just amazing. Is it that old? Is that movie that old? That's incredible. Cindy, Lori, where are you in Wisconsin? My city, Kenosha, isn't locked down. Emily, traveling with Bruce here in New York, we're allowed 10 people now in our homes, and a gym, and in restaurants and bars, they close at 10 o'clock. John Weir, hi Bruce, 53 and dark in Okuoka, Illinois. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. You know I'm pronouncing it wrong. I'm doing it wrong. Put goats, kittens, or raccoons on. You will get paid. There you go. Thank you, guys. Make a donation. I will fire up some fireworks for you. I got kittens and I got puppy dogs. Definitely. Steaming Bean, I'm booked on Princess on February 22nd with the Lita Loca group, which is great for my mental health. Let's hope that group happens, that thing happens. Johnny V, 3 below Celsius or 26 Fahrenheit here in Montreal. Gas is cheap. $1 a liter. Well, that's $3.70 a gallon US. It's 3.7 liters for a US gallon, $4 a gallon in a Canadian gallon. $3.70 a Canadian for a liter of gas. So that's about $2.80 American for a gallon of gas in Montreal. So $1.50 versus $2.80, a bit of a difference, isn't it? Emily, I hope you don't hurt your hand, wrist writing all of those postcards. I have Jennifer write the address, and I do the best wishes. We split up these duties a little bit. Sandy, hello everyone from sunny, cool Malibu, California. Windy at night. Mermaid Sea, is British Columbia close to you? I'm in British Columbia. This is British Columbia, Canada. That car guy here on Lake Erie, all the freighters had to tuck away yesterday because there were 25-foot waves in some parts. Oh my gosh. Jack, Sylvan Forest, Jeannie, have you tried a ginger beer, non-alcoholic ginger ale on steroids? Very good. Wanda Seward, hello, Bruce from California. Wanda, welcome to my show. Wanda's a sponsor member. Nice to have you here tonight, and I'm glad you've joined us again. Dan, hey, Bruce, I forgot to tell you I'm a premium member, and I thank you for that too, buddy. That is awesome. That helps me out. It really does, because I get more from premium members than just from ads. Sylvan, I make ginger beer with my ginger I grow myself. It's very refreshing. I would imagine it would be. Mr. Crew member, hi, Bruce from Uruguay, South America. As a former manager on our Royal Caribbean, I believe cruises will not start until May. Nice to hear from you. Nice to have you here tonight. I can't argue with that. I really, I'll go with that. It could be that or longer, but yeah. Charles M. Hi, Bruce from Brooklyn, New York. Do you know if other people on YouTube like Dawn, Sharon at Sea are having the same issues? I'm not sure exactly those channels, but other channels are having exactly the same issues. There are channels out there from cooking channels to racing enthusiasts and how to knit and crochet channel. It makes no difference what you do. It's some kind of interference from some sort of system somewhere that has been detected by YouTube's computer systems, and they immediately go, if there's a problem on the channel for invalid click activity, then it's the YouTuber's fault. It's the creator's fault. Take away their money. And that's it. And they don't even tell us. We only find out when the money disappears. When I'm looking at my balance going, oh, I worked all month long and I've done 450,000 views and I've had 300,000 ads and I've made this much money and it's not there. Where did it go? It was there yesterday. It's not there today. And then I go through my analytics, and every day where all those ads were showing, there's a flat line. There's no, I go to the CPM, they're showing me how much money each day's ad rates were generated. It's all zeros. It's all gone. It's erased from existence. Just like on Back to the Future, erased from existence. And there's no one to talk to. And welcome to YouTube. So what can I say? Todd, hello from Grand Manan Island, New Brunswick. Welcome, Todd. Welcome. Donnell, yes, Bruce, you do have a gift of the gab. I envy you. Tom, I just saw an article from the Grand Celebration is headed to India to be scrapped. Hard times, the Bahama Paradise. Another ship going. These ships, more will go. More will go. This is not the end of it. Jack, NCL allows you to sell future cruise credits. Interesting. Celia, Bruce is a victim of the techie tyrants. There you go. I like that, Celia. Sylvan, do you reduce the sextant branches angle to 45 degrees? It comes as an octant. I'd reduce the sextant branches angles to 45 degrees. Sylvan is talking about stuff that is way too technical for me. People love these logos. But Sylvan has thoughts, and it's okay with me. Donnell, just in case you're wondering, I am wearing my TWB uniform. My purple sextant shirt. I'm still waiting for my new white wavy TWB T-shirt and mug to arrive. You can get mugs. The wavy logo. This is the wavy logo right here. Traveling with Bruce, which also has a steering wheel on it. You can get this in a coffee mug. You can get this in a T-shirt. You can get this on all kinds of stuff. Thank you, Donnell, for picking up TWB stuff on the store. The blue RedBubble Store link is down below. Andrew, hi, Bruce. Sorry, I took a little nap. No worries, Andrew. Welcome to the show. Tony C, if you go on cruises, if you go on the cruise line pages, they are still offering cruises for more than 7 days. Why would they still do that, knowing full well that these cruises won't happen for a long time? I don't know, Tony, except to say it's possible that the crew that would normally change these are working from home now. They're not at the office, and they can only do the changes on the systems in the office. And maybe they're only allowed in once a month for 6 hours or something like that. I don't know. It's just a guess. MG told Bruce, buy low, sell high, get into the cruise stocks while they're cheap. They're not cheap anymore, buddy. They're not cheap. They're at 60% of where they came from. Time to get the heck out of there. KE Die Hard was 1988. Thank you, KE, for that. Jack Wise, I bought NCL 998, bought because I love the low price. If I don't lose money, I don't worry about value. Onboard credit gives me a 5% dividend every time we cruise. There you go. Mermaid C, yes, that really happened. She was the last one to comment. She said, Ron Clark, always let the you know who have the last word. I'm not saying that, Ron. I'm not saying, but welcome Ron to the show, and thanks for being a sponsor member. That car guy, Mermaid was last. Margie, we could use our extra email accounts to subscribe to your YouTube channel and then get you up to 1 million subs. Now there you go. See, if all of you guys had 5 extra email accounts, and you all open up YouTube accounts, and then you all subscribe to my channel, you'd get me up to 1 million subs in no time, and then I'd have a person I could talk to at YouTube. Now, there you go. But YouTube would then figure out, oh, no. He only has 60,900 and whatever, because these people all have 100 channels each. And we're now going to defund them again. We don't want to get into trouble. I got to be careful. Emily, I agree with Mermaid. That really happened. Laugh out loud. She was the last comment last week. Arc Adventures. Hey, Bruce. Andy and Andrea are here. Sorry we're late. It's National Fast Food Day, so we had to get our grub on. Can't blame you for that. Andrew is here. Welcome. A Nutrisystem ad played before your show. I could lose weight, but not until Bruce gets paid. Bruce gets paid first, then I lose weight. Right on, buddy. Kirk, 1988. Wow, that my second year in college. Yes, I was 33 in 1988. Oh, those are the good old days. AC Supersport. Hey, guys. How you doing, AC Supersport? Jason Alexander. The rain has changed to snow here in Kelowna, British Columbia, but won't amount to anything as tomorrow. It's going to be 12 and sunny. I wish it were going to be sunny here. We're not getting the sunshine tomorrow, but that sounds awesome. Randy, hello from Trinidad, Tobago. Welcome, Randy Kelly. Mark the Shark, hello live from Miami. Welcome, Mark. Jason, agreed, a new Mr. Crew member. I am also a former manager with RCI, and we're not sailing for a while. Mark the Shark, hello. Jason, Jess Jane, Bruce, any advice on when I should book a cruise with my future cruise credit? It expires March 2021, but I've been waiting. I remember you were recommending months ago to hold off on the future cruise credits. Thanks. You are the best, Bruce. You know, what you could do is try to call them and talk to them about this because I don't know if they're going to be offering any cruises until March 2021. Mind you, that is, you still got, 5 months from now. It's possible, and most likely they will extend it. But you might need to be making a reservation and have a reservation. Hopefully you can make the reservation for later than March 2021. I hope that's what you can do. But if you have to use it by March 2021, you should. But book it for something, down the road, fall 2021, spring 2022, go out there. And then see what happens. And hopefully if you want to make a change to that cruise down the road, they'll let you do that with the reservation. You'll have to talk to them, ask them what the rules are, what the regs are, how it goes. It's complicated, isn't it? Andrew, wow, I didn't know all 60,000 of us were invalid viewers. Oh, you're all invalid. You're all pretend. You people don't exist. It's not you guys. It actually isn't any subscriber issue. This is not a subscriber problem. This is not a people watching me problem from where you are. It's not that. I think it's a bot, B-O-T, a robot problem. I think that's what it is. I think there was so much interference going on during the election that channels got caught up in the vortex, and I'm sure I did because I have viewers from 120 countries, and I'm sure that bots out there are interfering with all YouTubers' channels, and maybe the computer at YouTube thought I was up to something. I don't know. They won't tell me. I don't think they can. Maybe that's the issue. Emily, if you guys like ginger beer, you guys would love Moscow Mules. Well, that sounds kind of disturbing. David, hey, Bruce, do you know the website to sign up to be a test cruiser? Go to Royal Caribbean's website. I think if you go to Royal Caribbean, you might find a link in their announcement section. It might be there. John Weir, Bruce, it's very simple why Silicon Valley didn't pay in October. You were promoting you-know-who. No, it's not that. I don't think that's the issue. John, also, Bruce, have purchased 2 cell phone amps for friends. They love the cell phone amps. John, that's right. I've sent you several of them, and I'm glad for that. I'm happy for that, and I'm grateful. Thank you so much, and I'm glad to hear they are working out. Debbie missed another sponsor show, and most of the 5 o'clock show work is still getting in the way. Debbie, you got to get another job. You need a job where you can slough off because this is crazy. Hi there, Thomas. Hi, Donnell. And thank you for being a sponsor. Remember, Debbie. AC Supersport, pray that the Pfizer vaccine works and we can all get back to cruising, and maybe the Moderna vaccine will work too. Tom Henry. Hi, Debbie. I figured, nope, she didn't quit. Where is she? Ron Clark needs some Berties from Trinidad. Debbie, no, of course I didn't quit. Thomas, of course not. Hi there, Debbie from Donnell. Tom, Pfizer in the left arm, Moderna in the right arm. Arc Adventures, Tom Henry, there you go. AC Supersport, laughing out loud. Donnell, that's the solution, Tom. Michael X, hi, Bruce. I have a final payment at the end of this month on Carnival. They have not canceled it for February 28th, 2021 yet. Already have 600 in cruise credits. Should I just ask for my money back? Well, that might not be a bad idea, but if you keep it with them and you send them the extra 600 and then they cancel it later, they might give you an enhanced bonus for this. On the other hand, and take the money back now and wait on the sidelines. I just don't know going forward how much cruises are going to be in price. That's the thing I don't know. This is the one reason you may want to book a cruise now with your cruise credits, lock it in before the prices possibly go up when cruising begins, and book a balcony, because I don't think the insides are going to be sold. But that's just me. Mermaid C, yes, get your money back. All right, I have caught up on all the comments. And that means we're going into the news right now, and then I'll do some more comments when I'm done the news. In today's cruise news, a little jumble of stuff and thoughts and everything else. I did do a video today. I did do a video today about the ship called the Sea Dream #1. I had done a video last week when I mentioned about how 3 days into a 7-day cruise, the first Caribbean cruise from Bridgeport, Bahamas, third day in, a passenger doesn't feel well. They get tested for the virus. They get a positive result. The entire ship is put on quarantine, lockdown. They turn around and go back to Bridgeport, Bahamas. And I did this video. And at that time, when they returned back, they had 5 cases of the virus. And it looked like the entire 5 cases all came from the same group of travelers that had come together to the Barbados to take the cruise. American family from the USA. Since that time, there's been updates. There are now, apparently, there were 7 infected. Now I hear that's 8 infected. I think it's 6 passengers and 6 passengers, maybe 2 crew members, or 7 and 1, but I know 1 crew member for sure. Now, last night I watched Ben and David on their channel, and they did about a 1 hour live show. I caught the rerun where they had just come back to the UK because they were on that ship. So if you want to get right from the source, you can watch their videos. Ben and David were on the ship. They actually boarded that ship from Southampton 3 weeks ago. They went across the Atlantic after they were tested. They were negative, and they were on the ship for 20 days when they landed in Barbados, and then they took on passengers and went out for this 1-week Caribbean cruise. And it was 3 days into that cruise that the virus showed up. So they said that they returned back, and when they got back to the port, the Bahamian officials came on board, health officials. They did another series of tests again, and the 2 of them came back negative. They'd always been negative, but they had at that point 7 or 8 positives. And it sounded like what happened to them and the other passengers who were negative was, I think it was on Saturday, that they were all told that you're getting off the ship today, because they'd been locked up in their rooms the entire time. They think they were locked up for 3 or 4 days. Anyway, they were told that they're getting off and they're being taken to the airport and they are flying home today. You cannot stay here. No quarantine here. No staying here and no holidaying here. Even though you're negative, you got to go. They were kicked out. They were kicked out of Barbados by the Barbadian authorities with no explanation as to why. And the 2 of them grabbed a flight. They were able to catch a flight to London nonstop, and they were home when they made the video that they were back, and they were glad to be back. And they had high praise for the cruise line and the staff. They were very, very complimentary. They were a bit disappointed what happened, but they also admit, you know what, this virus, it's sneaky. It's a sneaky virus. You can get tested before you board a plane to come to the Barbados, and then you land in Barbados. You could be exposed to someone at the airport that's positive, or you could be exposed to someone at the airport in America that is positive. You don't know. They don't know. And now you've got the virus. You land in Barbados. You get a test at the pier right before you get on the ship. You're still testing negative because the virus hasn't invaded you yet. You've got it. It's there. It's working itself. It's figuring itself out. And it firmly entrenches itself in your body a few days later, and you either feel well or you don't feel well. It all depends on your DNA. And this passenger didn't feel well, and they were tested immediately, and sure enough, they had it. And so, Ben and Dave are going, what are you going to do? How are you going to detect this unless you have people come to Barbados, get off the plane, get tested, negative? Now you go to a hotel in quarantine for at least a week, get tested at the end of the week. If you're negative, now you get on the ship. Well, that's another week. That's a whole bunch of extra money just to get on a cruise ship. And even then, on the way from the hotel to the ship, you might catch it from someone inadvertently. And here we go again. It's very difficult to detect. Anyway, I did that video today about what happened there, and I wanted you to check it out. I wanted to mention also what to look forward to going forward from cruise ships. What's going to happen to cruise ships going forward before we start sailing again? I did a video a couple days ago about Disney, about the Disney Corporation delaying delivery of 2 of their ships. They've got 4 now. The number 5 ship is being finished out. It'll be done by the summer of 2021 or 2022. It'll be delivered in where is that note? Summer of 2022. It'll be delivered. That'll be a year and a bit late. But the 6th and 7th ships, which are unnamed, are both delayed. They were supposed to be ready for 2022 and 2023. They're now going to be delivered in 2024 and 2025. Why would that be? And the video covered all the reasons why. And the real reason is that even with vaccines, if we start getting vaccinated in 2021, and by the end of 2021, most of us have a vaccine shot and many more are still to get it, there might be cruising. Oh yeah. But the ships we're going to go on are going to be different. They're going to be changed to adhere to new distancing rules and health protocols. And this is what Disney is running into right now, because the Disney ships have a lot of activity centers on board their ships that are indoors and don't have outside air coming in. And these are the kid zones. There's all kinds of children from 1, 2, 3, 4 years old, kids from 5, 6, 7, 8, activities for kids from 8 to 10 to 12, and then 12 to 16. There's all these different clubs and zones and centers, all inside the ship. Those all have to be re-engineered for spacing requirements. They're going to need a certain number of square feet of space per person, including the staff and adults if they're joining the kids, in order to operate in U.S. waters and probably European waters. So these cruise lines are going to be making massive changes. They're going to be moving walls. They're going to take out some interior rooms and open that up as indoor public area. There's going to be a lot of these kinds of changes. Other changes to look forward to will be in some of the restaurants. You'll go into some of the specialty restaurants in particular, where there used to just be table upon table upon table. Not anymore. Now it'll be stuff like booths. These will be booths, and the booths will be surrounded on 270 degrees of bench, and behind the bench will be glass with fake plants and stuff. It'll look very nice. It'll look very natural, but it won't be that open air with tables anymore. It's going to be segregated by plexiglass or real glass to separate out the air particles from people when they're in there eating. There's just going to be all kinds of logistical changes, engineering changes, air conditioning and airflow and ventilation changes, dramatic removal of inside rooms, removal of ocean view rooms, and the reconversion of that space into public area that will change the ship's dynamics and will change the occupancy level down on these ships. But the rooms will now be balcony only, probably. That's my hunch, and lots of changes. So that's what what I was doing the last couple of days with updates. I've also talked about, excuse me, cruise stocks and the vaccine. Okay, Pfizer and Moderna are announcing positive results. Hopefully, in the second and third quarter of 2021, we as normal mortals will be able to get our shots. depending on costs and insurance costs and everything else. I don't know how that'll work out. I suspect that sailings will really start in earnest in the fourth quarter of next year. That's my hope. There'll be some sailings maybe in the spring and summer, and it'll build up a bit. I don't know about Canada being shut down all summer. It could be until next fall. Could be another year of no Alaska sailings, no maritime sailings. We'll find out. Europe, crapshoot. They're going into a terrible winter like we are from a vaccine point of view. It's going to be awful. And the case counts are bad. And that means cruise ports are just not going to be allowed to function in the Mediterranean. I just am amazed that there are any ships still sailing. I really am. What else am I going to talk about? Oh, the cruise stocks. Cruise stocks. Today, the shares of Royal Caribbean went up $4.89 a share when the market closed. They closed at $75.50, which is kind of the highest level they've been since the crash from 132 back in January, all the way down and back and down and back. They're now at $75.50, and they are at least $35 overpriced. At least $35 overpriced. Norwegian is at $21.31 a share, up today $1.25. They were up as much as $2, I think, at one point, but they end up $1.25. $21.31 overvalues the company as well by about $8 to $10 a share. Carnival closed at $17.57. That was up $1.56. They just announced on early this morning, and I think over the weekend, they announced to the SEC that they were able to sell about 100 million shares at $15.50 a share to bring in $1.5 billion in cash after expenses into their treasury. So they've just diluted all their shareholders by about 20% or 20, at least 15% anyway. And yet the stock went up today $1.56. Why did these cruise shares go up in value today? Because there are investors out there who have this theory. They have this theory that if there's a vaccine, there will be cruises. If there will be cruises, cruise lines will make money. If cruise lines make money, they will make a lot of money. And if they make a lot of money, their shares will go up in price. Well, that sounds good on paper. I would say that would be a good strategy if Royal Caribbean was sitting at $30 a share right now, and they announced a vaccine. I would be happy to pay up to $40 for it, but that's about it. Same with Norwegian Carnival. Those two are way overvalued. These cruise lines are going to be issuing more stock from their treasuries to raise billions more in cash to get to the middle part of 2021 and the third quarter of 2021 in order to survive that long, number one, and number two, get enough money together to modify their ships for the new health protocols, and number three, enough money to get all the crews back and to get the ships fired up again and bring in all the booze and all the food. Because remember, folks, I'm going to guess that 3/4 of all the passengers on these cruise ships for the first year that they start sailing again will be passengers with cruise credits. Passengers with cruise credits have already paid for their shares, their sailings. They paid for their sailings in advance. They paid for their meals. A lot of them have free drink packages. A lot of them have cruise credits on board spending. They're not going to be buying drinks with cash. They're not going to be buying stuff in the stores with cash. They're not going to be taking shore excursions with cash. They're going to use up their credits. These cruise lines are on the hook for billions of dollars in cruise credits that they have to deliver. And I'm going to guess 3/4 of the first year's sailings are all cruise credit sailings. Only 1/4 of the passengers, and there'll be restricted numbers of passengers, will actually be paying cash in advance for their sailings and on board. And so the cruise lines are going to need billions of bucks in reserve money to get through the first full year of getting the ships back into business, which means for shareholders, they're going to dilute the existing shareholders by at least 20 to 30% more. And ultimately, what that ultimately means is down the road, there will come a day where Carnival will announce we made $1 billion profit this year sailing our cruise ships. But on a per share basis, they're only going to announce 50 cents a share in earnings or 80 cents a share in earnings, a buck a share in earnings because of how many shares are out there. And there's so many shares going to be out there that they're going to have to make billions of dollars for the shares to justify even where they are now. And that's not going to happen for years. This is 2024, 2025. If there isn't a resurgence of the virus, if the vaccines work, if the cruise lines can sail at a high enough occupancy level. There's so many ifs in the way of the cruise lines to make the kind of money they used to make before all this, that these shares right now, where these shares are so overpriced. They could be double what they should be. They might really only be trading, they should actually be trading perhaps at half of these values to be realistic at all. And they could go lower from that level if it doesn't work out. So beware, anyone out there who's long cruise stocks, if you got a lot of money in cruise shares, this is a gift that you want to take advantage of. I've said it before at lower prices, get out of these shares. Get out. Even if you have a shareholder credit coming your way, you only have to prove that you're a shareholder the week before your cruise happens. So in theory, you could wait until the month before your cruise in 2021, 2022, buy 100 shares of that cruise line at that time, take your cruise, come home and sell the stock and say thanks for the benefit. You're only risking the price action while you're away. Not a lot of risk down that time at that point in time. But right now, this is a heavy risk. These shares are way too high. So do not be surprised if in the next few days, out of nowhere, the entire stock market takes a dump. News comes out about a deepening recession fear. News comes out about higher unemployment estimates. Personal bankruptcy numbers are going to go up. And these cruise shares will start coming into a bit of a reality trade because the new fresh buyers are going to run out. One more thing I'll mention. A week and a half ago, last week, when Pfizer made their announcement about the vaccine, on that day, a lot of shares had a very good day, including the cruise shares. And in the case of Royal Caribbean, the Royal Caribbean shares, on the very day that Pfizer announced their 90% success rate, the stock went up $19 in one day. $19. Today, Moderna comes out with their 94.5% success rate. The shares only went up $4.89. They were up as much as $7. They came back to only gain $4.89, not another $19 gain for Royal Caribbean. The game is over. The good news has been made. It's out. The only other good news to move the markets now will be a definitive date on vaccine availability and the approval of the FDA and the confirmation that it works. That's the next bit of good news. But even then, I don't even know if the shares will be anywhere near here by the time that happens towards the end of this year and into the first quarter of next year. These shares are way, way overpriced. Analysts have been saying, oh, we think Royal Caribbean is worth $68, $72. Shares are higher than that. It's time to get out. They're beyond what the analysts thought they would be a year from now. Time to get out. Anyway, that's just where that's at. And that's really the news of the day as to what's happening out there. If you have any comments, let me know. I'd love to get them from you. AC Supersport, how's the COVID situation in BC? It's bad. We're hitting 900 cases a day here. We were down to 50 cases a day, 100 cases a day 2 months ago. We're now 800-900 a day. We're not happy. They're looking at a more serious lockdown here. They may be going to a full lockdown in British Columbia. Michael X. Bruce, thank you for that great info. Oh, I just love your positivity. Making me laugh on your commentary. Ron, money back. Donnell, news please, Bruce. Rocky, Bermuda's national beverage is a dark and stormy equals dark rum with ginger beer. That sounds pretty good. Michael X. Is saying Mermaid Sea, thank you. What cruise line was that, Bruce? I don't remember the question. AC Supersport, Sea Dream Yacht Club. Sea Dream Yacht Club is the name of that cruise. Don't cruise until it's safe, says MG Toe. Andrew, have you done a show in the past with Ben and David? Their Seabreeze yacht trip fiasco and forced emigration from Barbados seems scary. Can CLIA and CDC improve upon this with larger vessels? I have asked Ben and David to join me on my channel. Asked them about 3 weeks ago, and they mentioned to me, talk to us when we get back. We'll talk to you when we get back home, and that was in November. Well, now with the developments that they've had, they have been up to here with requests on CNN and TV stations and newspapers and everything else. And so I'm just leaving them alone, and I will eventually I'll let them calm down and let them get used to their time change coming back home. And hopefully in the next near future, I'd like to get them on. It would be kind of fun. Mermaid, you're welcome. Michael X. David, we had 1980 new cases in over 3 days as our great leaders do not report on weekends. This is in Vancouver, British Columbia. I'm on Vancouver Island. We have just under 100 cases in Vancouver. Where I am in the what's known as the interior, we have very few cases here, thankfully. Town of 5,000 people. But Vancouver itself is just getting ravaged. It's just terrible. Jeff Dynan, hi, Bruce and TWB. Jeff, welcome as a sponsor member to my show and channel. Thank you for being a sponsor member. You are here. If the USA keeps having 70-plus-year-old presidential candidates, might they replace Air Force One with Cruise Ship One? Well, there's a comment. You never know. It's an anomaly in the United States. Here in Canada, our leader is barely 40. Down there, they're up towards pushing 80. It's unbelievable. Tom Henry, at least the passengers were all tested twice before sending them on flights. The family of 6 that were positive, they chartered a private plane. They were going to have to quarantine for 2 weeks in Barbados, but they chartered a private plane instead and bugged out. I don't know what's happened to them when they got back to the USA. I don't know where they're from. I don't know if they're quarantining. I don't know nothing. But I sure hope that they came clean and are in quarantine right now. I don't know. The one individual is still in hospital. Last I heard, the one that was unwell, still in hospital in Barbados. Tom Henry, did that family get the virus from the air travel? ? I don't know. MG, GameStop moved up today. It certainly did. It's looking better again. Tom Henry, they were from California and flew to Miami, stayed one night before flying to Barbados on the way down. I'm wondering on the way back. Yeah, what was that like? Louise, watching you again while Jerry stepped out for a cigarette. Monday nights, it's dinner with Jerry, all dressed up. And below deck TV shows, right on. Way to go, Louise. Robert Revas from Orlando, but love listening to you because you remind me of my Canadian relatives. Your accent and phrasing is so interesting. Thank you. Appreciate it. Johnny V, exactly. Virus needs to invade you, and 5 days later, you will test positive. Not before that. Very interesting. Empress Vibes, can anyone say Airbnb with a private swimming pool? There you go. Tom Henry, any news yet on the Discovery Princess build status? Nothing yet. Wes, what spoiled it was a family from the USA that messed things up. There was a rumor that the USA family spent time in Miami with groups of other people. That is apparently it, but there are lots of rumors. Dave C. Bruce, the scenario you described is exactly the reason why cruising will not work from South Florida at this point in time. Thank you, Dave, Doug, buddy, thank you so much. Andrew, Ben and David mentioned that although their cruise was free, they still had to pay for COVID testing in the UK, $750. Don't know if that was from per person or not. We'll have to pay for this too. They paid for that. They also had to pay for their drinks and other stuff, but they did get a free cruise as members of the press. I guess they were offered the cruise by the company, and they were allowed to travel down there without 2-week quarantine, being a UK to UK bubble, I guess. So I don't do booths. If I want to go into a diner, I'll go to a diner, but I don't do booths. MG, I'm an owner of the big 3 cruise companies. If I need to eat, I will. I don't want my guests getting sick on my ships. The stocks are cheap now. Get in while you can. MG says, don't listen to Bruce. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Bruce hasn't been right yet. SLGC Mets, I have a lot going on tonight, but I want to at least give you the listening minutes. Well, thank you so much for that. That's wonderful of you. Michael, Mermaid, just curious, if you know why Carnival gave me 10 offers for free rooms. Premier gambling cruises, including a 14-day out of Australia. I didn't think they sell cruises. I'm not sure what that is. Could be the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing, Michael X, but it's good to know you're on the freebie list. It's good to hear. Arc Adventures, another good news date for the share prices would be for sure. It's still a sale date for one of the lines. Oh, a sale date would be, it would be a sale date. The restart in the U.S. Yeah, I just, I'm expecting January the 21st. No sale dates will be reimposed. And I don't see sailing until late spring, summer. I just don't. Drew Walters, hey Bruce, again, a huge fan. Also, I'm a computer. Thank you, Drew. I think. Thank you, Hal. That car guy. I hope our governor doesn't shut down skiing. Tom Henry Sylvan, 376 days till we go cruising, buddy. Johnny V, I'm off. Thanks, Bruce, for reinforcing that the cruise stock valuation is completely overvaluated. Stay safe, everybody. Johnny V, thank you, buddy, for being here. Arc Adventures, Jeff Dinan, or Florida Retirement One. Tim Bowman, we are enjoying the show using our TWB amplifier. That is awesome, Tim. Gaming Text, hey, Bruce, I'm a bit late. Welcome, buddy. James Bainton, with the Sea Dream and Biden coming in, cruising isn't happening until the vaccine arrives. Andrew Efforts, please consider giving TWB a thumbs ups. People, please do, if you could spare a thumbs ups for this channel, and if you could support me on PayPal, it would be greatly appreciated. We are so grateful. Jennifer and I, she marvels every time I mention got a donation. She's just blown away. Absolutely every single time. Thank you, all of you, for making donations to our channels and helping us through this. We really do appreciate it. It's been a long grind. I do get the nasty emails and comments on the channel about desperately asking for assistance, but we're just left with no choice. We really have been greatly shut down. About 85% of the funding of this channel has come from ad revenues, from ad sales. That's 85% of what I make. And it's gone. It's just gone. And I don't know if it's back or not. I won't know now until December 2nd what happened to all of November. And so I've been just asking for help on the videos and on these live shows. And I want to thank you all for those of you who've been stepping up and helping out. And I've been more than happy, delighted to send anyone who makes a $10 or a larger $10 US donation. I will send you a TWB postcard from beautiful Creston BC. I mean, I stood in front of the Creston BC sign. Jennifer took the photo. This has got our love all over it. It's waiting for you. I will be happy to ship you one and go from there. 100 thumbs ups, Arc Adventures is saying. Thank you. Andrew is saying, please consider giving to TWB. Most of the folks that you see here, the sponsor members, and a lot of the people who are here, they have made donations to this channel. If any of you are out there are watching on the rerun, please consider donating to TWB via the PayPal link. That would be absolutely wonderful. I would love that. Michael X, can you send a few of those free cabins our way, says Arc Adventures? We would sure love that. Again, all of you out there who have been watching me and following my channel and picking up TWB merchandise, I can't thank you enough. I just can't. It's just fantastic. It's humbling. The neat thing is when I go to the post office and they separate these cards into different piles. They have the North America pile, they have the Europe pile, they have the Australia pile. I get these different postage for each one. It's fantastic to see that. And the postal workers, they get a kick out of seeing a local guy sending postcards around the world because he's a YouTuber from his living room in little old Creston, British Columbia. Thank you all for that. I do get a kick out of doing that. I also have a post office box. If any of you want to send me a post office, a gift to the post office, you want to send me a postcard, a letter, you want to send us cash in an envelope, go ahead. There's the address right there. P.O. Box 941, Creston, British Columbia, postal code VOB1GO. This is also down below in the description below every video I make. And this is also, you can find this on my About page on my channel. If you go to my channel homepage, you have the videos, the playlists, the comments. There's the About page. You click that, you'll find this information there as well, along with my personal email address. You can send me an email if you like. And you can always keep me posted. Some of you, occasionally, you have sent me gift cards through the internet. You have sent me. I've had a Walmart gift card sent to me. I've had an Amazon gift card, Starbucks gift cards. Thank you for those. I don't know if you can buy me a Tim Hortons gift card because that's a Canadian company and you might be in America. But if you're in Canada, you can probably do it online, I guess. I don't know. But thank you for that too. We love the support, however it comes in. But the PayPal donations are the big one for us. That is the one that is instantaneous. No delays and having to wait to get them. It's fantastic. And I thank you all very much. All right. Let's see here. Arc Adventures, a lot of gambling, my friend, and 15 cocktails a day for free. Alberto, hello from Puerto Rico. Welcome, Alberto. Arc Adventures. Michael X, keep telling the wife we need to spend some time in a casino. Michael, Arc Adventures is totally true. Once you win on Carnival, that is it. Free offers pouring the way they want. That's the way they want their money back. They will keep sending you free offers. Arc Adventures, Michael X. We do get the drink package though, so that's all right. Ron Clark, thank you, Ron, for a super chat for this channel. I have forgotten to mention that you can make a super chat on this show or send me a super sticker. I thank you for those. I do get these. YouTube doesn't take these away. They come through, and I thank all of you for doing that as well. Of course, the sponsor members, the 33 cents a day you're paying towards your membership, I get that. Obviously, I get a chunk of that as well. Wanda, Bruce, have you gotten enough watch time to get monetized on your stock market channel? I went back and watched all of your channels. Let me tell you right now. Let me take a look at my my Stock Markets with Bruce channel right now, live on the phone. I'll just do this. I'll take a peek. We have 1,011 subscribers on Stock Markets with Bruce now, and the watch time on Stock Markets with Bruce, I need a total of 240,000 minutes to get to that 4,000 hour level. I'm at 213,843. So there's the number right there. 200 and there it is right there. Where is it? Right there it is. 213,843 watch minutes. Since we started in July, and so I'm 27,000 minutes away, and every day we just keep getting more and more and more, and we'll eventually get there. I did a video today for the channel that I put on there talking about what did I talk about? I talked about Carnival and Norwegian and Royal Caribbean shares rising in value today, and the videos had 154 views. So if you go to Stock Markets with Bruce, check out my latest video. I did it this morning. It's about I don't know, 5 minutes long, something like that, and we've received 5 minutes 26 seconds long, and I've received some watch time on it so far. Looks like I've received about 667 minutes of watch time on that video. So if you get a chance, check it out, and I thank you very much. It all adds up. It just all adds up. Hey Bruce, it's Jason412. I'm at 700 subs now on YouTube. Way to go. 300 to go. Just keep plugging away. Tom Henry. Hi, Jason. Hi, Tom Henry. Arc Adventures. Maybe start a third channel, Shopping with Bruce with 1L, and invite all to join. See if it starts paying out once monetized. Maybe just a thought. I can't shift them over, unfortunately. Amy Schultz. Good day, Bruce. Just jumped in from Melbourne, Australia. Welcome, Amy. 4,000 watch hours seems hard. How did you do that? Do live shows. Do lives. If you can do live shows, you can get tons of hours. I'm going to have to do more live shows on Stock Markets with Bruce. I'll probably do one this week and try to build up hours that way as well. Adam Adelson, what is your PayPal again? The PayPal is right here. You'll find it right here. Just copy and paste that, and you'll get put that in your address bar, and it'll take you right to the donate button, or go to my homepage and you can click on it. Depends on the device you have, whether you can find it or not. But thank you, all of you who are considering making a donation to the channel, whether it's a PayPal donation or if it's a super chat or a super sticker or picking up something from TWB. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Jason, lots of what luck is what yak? I don't know what that means. I did get an ad this time. That's good to hear. I'm not getting paid for them. I haven't been getting paid, but ads have been showing. I've left that alone. I've just left everything alone with YouTube. I'm not causing any problems with these guys. I'm just hoping that they reinstate my ad revenues and pay me But I don't know. I just do not know, and it's cost us a lot of money. We have not received enough donations to make up the loss. We've received donations, but we are still down on the overall deal, just so you know. But again, thank you all of you who have been helping out. I do appreciate it. Amy, 18 days in a row, 0 cases in Melbourne. No problems in Melbourne for the virus. That is fantastic. That's a lockdown, and that is a nation that has cut off the outside world, and it's working. And I say, way to go, you guys. You were able to do it. I say, do it. Lock it down and shut that thing off. Keep that virus away from you people, and get the vaccine, get vaccinated, and then open up. I envy Australians that they've been able to pull this off. I know that in New Zealand it's almost eradicated as well. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic. The only question I have now is who's going to have the last comment on today's show, because last week I was saying my goodbyes to everybody, and Mermaid C was insistent that Mermaid C was going to be the last comment on my channel. But a lot of folks were saying their goodbyes to me as I was saying my goodbyes to them, and the comments just kept coming in, and Mermaid just couldn't get the last word in edgewise. It took quite some time. I'm kind of curious how this is going to work out today. Bruce, I always get ads. It's not fair that you're not getting paid outright. Michael, it is not fair. It's absolutely not fair. And many other YouTubers like me are caught in this vortex. It's not every single YouTuber, but there are a bunch of us. Bruce, will you ever cruise again? I sure hope so, Jason. I sure hope so. I can't wait to go. Amy, being back at work since last Monday, I'm a gym manager, and isn't it great to be back at work, having clients coming in, and none of you have the virus. It's fantastic. That really is heavenly to hear and know that. I'm really happy for you guys. It really is really good news. Absolutely great news. Like I say, folks, we are plugging away here. I will be on the air on Friday afternoon at 3 o'clock for the sponsor member trivia show, as always. Thank you I just got a donation. Thank you, Jim Hoover. Got $5 donation on PayPal. Thank you, Jim Hoover, very much for that. I appreciate it through PayPal. That is great. It just comes in handy. It really does. These donations add up, and they just make a difference. And I cannot thank all of you enough for that. Amy, yes, masks are still more mandatory, but it's been worth it. Andrew, thumbs ups for Bruce. It's Jason. It's crazy to think that Carnival stock might be at $35 in a few weeks. It's not going to be at $35 in a few weeks. I don't think so. The gaming text. See you all. Thank you so much. Carnival at $17.50 is about $7 too high. It should be around $10 a share. On its basic fundamentals. They're going to issue another 100 million shares or more. They're going to issue another batch to raise money. They're not going to 35. Norwegian will issue 100 million plus shares in the next while. Believe it, they will. They need the money. And over at the Royal Caribbean, they will likely issue about 20 to 40 million shares more. They'll issue another 10 to 20% more stock into the market to raise cash to survive. They will, because they need money to pay off old bonds, and they might be able to roll over a little bit, but not much more. They're now to the point where they can only sell stock to raise money. And I'm amazed, absolutely amazed, that these shares are where they are. I can't believe it. I can't believe that the Wall Streeters, I guess I can believe it. There are banks in Wall Street that know these shares are too high, but they're not slamming the stocks. They're not saying sell, sell, sell. Why? Because they're the ones who raised the money from bond sales. These guys are the bankers too, and they have a conflict of interest. The last thing they want to do is hurt the stock, because if they hurt the stock, they cut the company off from its last source of revenue from cash, so they don't want to hurt the stock. And so everyone's being quiet and letting the stocks trade where they are, which is way overpriced. And there are novice investors. There are new people who've never played the market before, that have been only playing this for a few months. They don't know what they're doing, and they're buying stock in these cruise stock companies, and they're going to get hurt. And I'm really sorry for them, but there's no one to sue, because they're buying them themselves through the Robinhoods and the Fidelities and the Schwab trading platforms. They're not talking to investment advisors. If I were still a stockbroker, there wouldn't be a single client of mine holding any of these shares, not a single one. I would have gotten them out of there a long time ago, because these companies are nowhere near worth what they're trading at. Not even close. And even if they could sail tomorrow, these shares shouldn't be here. They're much too high. Jeannie, guess it's time for good nights to all. I will not be the last message. Jeannie, thank you so much for being here tonight. Kirk, good night, everyone. Bruce, see you next sponsor member hangout shirt. Kirk, thanks, buddy, for being here all the time and being a backbone of my company, my channel. I appreciate it. It's Jason. The market changes every day now. You need to be smart. Sylvan, bye, everybody. Sylvan, you take care. Get out. That car guy, good night, everybody. Thank you, car guy, for being here tonight. Jeff, just got a Wish shopping ad for wooden Bluetooth speakers, not environmentally friendly like yours. These are real wood made with Creston sourced wood made by hand. You got to get one of these if you want to be real. Jeff, thank you for all your support of my channel and being here. I really appreciate it. I'm going to say my good nights. I really am. 104 of you are still watching. The question is, who's going to be the last one? Who's going to get the last word in tonight? What is your email address? It's down below. brucefrommert@hotmail.com. It's down there. Let's see. Is it anywhere up here? I don't know if I even have it. I don't even know if I have it. Become a sponsor member by going to that link right there. And then there's that. And then you can send me donations by mail by going over there. Go to PayPal and head over there. But my email is down below in the link of any video. You can find it there, and absolutely you can check it out there. Who else is here? Good night, Bruce from Wanda. Emily, great show, Bruce. Good night. Wear your mask. Ark, what do you get for the last comment? I think you get bragging rights. I really do. I think you get bragging rights. Kimberly Young, good night, Bruce. Jason Alexander, good night, all. Thank you, Jason. Andrew, also ask myself about investing. What would Bruce do? What would Bruce do? Bruce, good night. Great show. Sandy Robinson, interesting topics tonight. Good night from everybody from Malibu. Emily, hey, when you first the packaging from the wood, you smell the Canadian wood. You smell it. Oh yeah. This is real stuff. This isn't fake wood. This is the real deal. Robert Blend, I will mail you a donation. I thank you, Robert. I will look for that in my email. Donnell, time for me to say good night. All till next time. Another great show, Bruce. Donnell, thank you for all your support. You're great, buddy. I'll talk to you later. Andrew, check out Investing with Bruce, Stock Markets with Bruce. I think I'll go there now. Stock Markets with Bruce. Please subscribe to that channel. Check it out. It's Jason. Bruce, is there anyone in the chat that, kind of gets it? Oh, occasionally. Not here on the live shows, but on the channel from time to time. There's a few, but they don't last long. They just, it's funny how they disappear. It's really mysterious. Any nasty stuff. You're gone. You're gone. Check out our Facebook group page too. Facebook, Traveling with Bruce on Facebook. We have a lot of fun hanging out there too, but no nasty comments there because they don't last either. It's Jason posted something, but I don't know what this is. I have no idea what that is. Again, thank you everybody for supporting me. There's the PayPal link if anyone needs it. Thanks again for all your support. I'm going to say my good nights. Stay warm, stay safe, stay healthy. Make sure to social distance. Take care of yourselves. Wear your masks. And I'll see you on Friday at 3 o'clock Eastern on the next sponsor member show. For those of you who are sponsor members, those of you who are just casual viewers of this channel, keep an eye on this channel. Hit that bell notification icon. Allow YouTube to send you emails because you never know when I make a new video or when I go live. You never know when I do that. It's time to donate to Bruce, says it's Jason. Jeff, I predict that when Bruce sails again, it's out of Bayonne, New Jersey or New York City. I've done that. That was one of our last cruises was Bayonne, New Jersey. Andrew, Stock Markets with Bruce. Go there now. MG Tow, 2 to 3 years from now, cruise stocks will make you enough money to go on 2 or 3 cruises. I think they've already done that from the low levels they had. I don't know from here. That purple shirt, Bruce. Love that purple shirt. It's awesome, isn't it? It's great. Love this purple shirt. Looks like Jason is going to get the last word in tonight. Thank you, it's Jason, for being the last commenter on tonight's show. I really appreciate you being here and being a sponsor member to boot. Appreciate. Oh, wait, Arc Adventures just kicked in here. Till next time. Thanks, Arc Adventure, sponsor member. Last word tonight. Thank you for being here. Appreciate. Ron Clark, last word. Oh, thank you, Ron Clark, sponsor member, for getting in the last word for tonight's show. It's fantastic. Nope, that's the last word. Nope, from Ron Clark. Thank you, Ron Clark, making it the last word of the show tonight. Looks like no competition to get into the last word, so that's fantastic, Ron. Way to go, buddy. Appreciate that. Everyone else, thank you for being here, checking out the show. And we'll see you on Friday's show at 3 o'clock Eastern. And Did we get some more? Oh, we got some more. Good night, everyone, from Alan Leong. Thank you, Alan. Arc Adventures. Jeff, good night, all. Jeff, you got the last word going. No, it's Ron. Damn, Ron saying it's Jason. Jason's getting in the exclamation mark as the last word of the night. And that's what's happening there. It looks like Jason's going to nail it with the exclamation mark. Well done. No, nuts. Ron Clark says nuts. No, it's not going to happen. I'm getting the last word. Ron saying, I still got 90 of you here. Who's going to get the last word in? It's Ron Clark in the lead. It's Jason is in second place. Arc Adventures in third. Alan is fourth. Ron Clark is trying to vie for number one. But it's pretty darn close. SLGC Mets. Just saying, have a great night, everybody. Thank you, SLGC Mets, for your comment tonight. Can't top the exclamation mark, says Arc Adventures. Mark B, Night Bruce, you can go now. I'm the last word tonight. Ron, this is crazy. This is just crazy. This is insane. Well, like I say, this is the last word of the night, and this might be the last word of the night. Thank you, everybody. I will catch you guys on Friday at 3:00 Eastern Time for the sponsor member and the trivia show. And thank you for being here this evening. Have a good evening. I'm saying my goodbyes now. This is it. We're